welcome back to LaserPenguinGames. Today we're going to be taking a look at a slice and dice auto shot hunter in WoW Ascension Wildcard Season 6. And I'm going to show you guys first the starting skills you're going to need for this build. So you will have to roll slice and dice first with the regular dice, because it always rolls with another rogue move pretty much. And then you're gonna have to use the loaded dice to fix the other three skills after. If you don't, well, you might get lucky and get one anyway with it, but most likely you're gonna have to roll all three away. I do suggest you use an extra specialization book 2, or even more if you could afford them, to try and get your build to just be better. I leveled this one up with just one. So I ended up spending a ton of extra scrolls, and you'll see what I got. But first skill, you got to roll slice and dice with the regular dice. Now, then you're going to take the loaded dice, and you're going to want to get Aspect of the Hawk, Auto Shot, and Arcane Shot, and those are going to be your starting skills for this build. And our skill card is going to be Steady Shot for this. So you will need to have this. It is going to be also a compound power. We're going to take a look at that in a second. And Steady Shot and Arcane Shot are going to generate combo points, and we're going to spend them with Slice and Dice to get range attack speed using a Mystic Enchant. Before we look at any of the talents or anything like that, we're going to go ahead and look at compound power. So this is a legendary Mystic Enchant. It's going to tell us that our Steady Shots and Arcane Shots are going to work combo points, and Slice and Dice can now increase my range attack speed. Also, if you get Aim Shot, you will learn Compound Shot, which consumes your combo points to fire an empowered aim shot. So that is, I guess, sort of a different build. So we're not really going to be doing that. If you do get aim shot, also you're going to keep it, and you can use it as part of your rotation, but we're focusing on auto shot with this build. I'm going to get into the talents now. Also, we're agility as our main stat, and I guess we'll start with the skills you're going to be selecting. So for one of your 50 skills, you're going to be taking Rampage. And then the other two, we're just going to take Black Arrow and Explosive Shot, which is a nice backup plan if it kind of fails. But Explosive Shot is really just going to be used for AoE damage. It's not going to be any of our main damage. It's still nice that we're going to be able to fire it as an AoE with Lock and Load or Arcane Shot. But those are what we're going to pick. Black Arrow is just good. It's going to trigger a Lock and Load for us, and also just make us do more damage with all our shots to the target. Alright, so no breathing. So we'll work our way to the left to the hunter. So I'll show you if I put any skills in other trees. So here I have 5 in Thundering Strikes under the enhancement tree, which is going to help us with our bit a lot. You can see, so also in Rogue, we have Slice and Dice, but the only talent points I'm going to put are Improve Slice and Dice. So this is going to increase the duration of our Slice and Dice, and the attack speed bonus as well. It's going to get buffed. Under Paladin, nothing. Those are just skills. Mage, nothing, just more skills. I need to get rid of, actually. Grid, nothing. Okay. So in survival, I've got Lone Wolf, which is going to make us do more damage with the pet. Lock and Load is going to let us fire 3 arcane shots or explosive shots in a row, no cooldown or cost. Thrill the Hunt. Put 3 points in that. We only have 2 in exposed weakness because 66% chance with the amount of attack speed we have is going to be enough. So you only need to put 2 there. 3 in Master Tactician. Under marksmanship, we got 5 in lethal shots, 3 in mortal shots, 3 in careful aim, which is obviously going to give us a lot more attack power the more intellect we have. And you're going to need it. Range weapon specialization. This is going to make our auto shot consume no ammo, which is pretty nice. And also increase the damage of our auto shot. Piercing shot is... these are pretty important to our build. Piercing shot and Welded Quiver. You'll see with the enchants ever. And then Master Marksman. And that's just going to increase our crit chance. And reduce the cost of our steady shot. You don't have any of those other shots. Well, I don't anyway. Under Beastmaster, we're going to put 5 in Improve Aspect of the Hawk. Aspect Mastery can give us a bit more attack bonus from our Aspect of the Hawk. And then we're going to put 5 in Serpent Swiftness as well. And I do have 1 extra point actually left over. So I guess I could just put it in Exposed Weakness as well and just guarantee it. Alright, fine. We'll do all 3 in there. Alright, so that's all the talents. You can see as I went through the pages, I have a bunch of extra skills that are outside the build, but you should be able to get your main shots. And then auto shot is going to be a weighted skill that's going to hopefully give you more hunter skills, like aim shot that I didn't get, or rapid fire. I ended up getting volley later too, which is nice for AoE. Obviously, that's why we took explosive shot, because you're not guaranteed to get volley, but I do have it. All right, so let's take a look at some of the mystic enchants for this build. I rolled a lot. I rolled a lot of extra scrolls, so this is not going to be super easy. So don't expect it to be easy. You're going to have some definite mana issues if you don't pick up some good mana skills. So you can see here I have Evocation and Innervate, which are going to help. Also, if you get Life Tap, you can keep that too. Definitely want to wear mail for this build, like full mail with Intellect. I have a few pieces of leather on right now, which are kind of hurting me because you get extra mana and attack power for the intellect anyway. My inventory with my ammo boxes. So the extra skills that I ended up getting were Rockbiter and Blessing of Mike for attack power. So I never got True Shot Aura or Hunter's Mark, which would have been a lot of extra damage as well. The good news is for those buffs, another hunter in the raid can have them, and you don't need to. So the self buffs are actually more important, like something like Rockbiter, which is going to be a pretty high roll to get, but if you get it's nice. I ended up getting Misdirection and Feigned Death later as well, which help with the threat reduction, which most hunters do not have, and end up pulling off the tank constantly, which is really annoying. So I don't have to worry about that, and I can give the tank extra threat. Make sure you try to keep at least 1 interrupt if you see one. So I have Wind Shear here. Because we can't really choose like Silencing Shot or any of the other shots, you might get one, but you're going to want to get like a Wind Shear, or I have a Stun here, Hammer of Justice as well. Just some kind of interrupt for certain bosses is going to be nice to have. And then for heroics, nice to have some CC too. So I got Polymorph, Freezing Trap, and Repentance. And then Aspect of the Pack just helps you run back when, or in dungeons and stuff like that, where you can't mount up. I'm obviously a Draenei. The best, race for this kind of hunter is definitely going to be a Troll. Because of their special ability. So if you want to, I guess, maximize even more damage out of it, definitely go with the Troll for this. But I just chose Rane because I was playing Alliance, and I got the extra 1% hit. So also you're gonna want to cap out your hit at 9%. I believe it is something like that. Ranged. So I have a like 6.7 here, plus I have an extra 2% here from my RE, I believe. So I got precision here. This is mortal shots and lethal shots. I have stacked powerful auto shot 3 times. I have improved aspect of the hawk 3 times. Ferocious inspiration I only have once because it was just kind of an extra. I definitely would recommend wearing 2 one-handers and adding the agility enchant to them instead of a 1 2-hander, but I just got this in Karazhan and it was better than what I had, both my one-handers combined, so I just ended up putting it on for now. But with 2 weapons you'll be able to get an extra mystic enchant, so you'll be able to put in a second ferocious inspiration, which will help your damage as well. Another powerful all attack. I stacked wild quiver an extra 3 times as well. And then, so any skill you don't have, so this is for rain of arrows. Again, if you don't have rain of arrows, you can, this is where you can stack the extra ferocious inspirations. So this one, if you get it, obviously you're gonna want rain of arrows. Compound powers are our main legendary, so also you need to have that as part of the build. Here's another very important one, musician's expert. So we're gonna be all about attacking fast. So you're not going to want to be using a gun with this build. You're definitely going to want a bow, and the whole point of this is just to shoot as fast as possible and trigger as many procs as we can with all our talents and aspect of the hawk. So definitely use a bow. Use the fastest bow you can get with the highest damage, obviously. And then we just got more improved aspect to the hawk here. Then I stacked 3 times as well. And I think that's pretty much it for all the mystic enchants you're going to be using for this build. And now we can, I guess I'll take you guys to town and we can test it on a dummy. So, don't expect to be doing the damage of the explosive shot hunters, but we're definitely going to do enough to full clear like Karazhan, Meg, and with a bit more gear we'd probably be able to do heroic versions as well. I'm going to go ahead and buff up. Zoom out a bit. We'll go find the heroic training dummy, and hopefully our recount will be working. I do have Bloodlust, but I'm not going to use it for the test because that's I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't think it's cheating, but so what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to try to lead with my Black Arrow, my Serpent Sting, and then immediately try to get Slice and Dice going. But you could do either, so I might fire 1 arcane shot here as well. So we're going to fire 1 arcane shot. I'm going to Slice and Dice immediately. There's a global cooldown, then I'm going to get my dots going. Now we can fire our explosive shot, and so I'm going to lock and load with arcane shots here actually. But you can lock and load with explosive shots as well, or whenever they come up you can fire them. And then we just make sure that we're maintaining our Slice and Dice always up, and then when the rest of our shots are on cooldown, we're just going to keep firing steady shots. So slice and dice. So that's 12 seconds. We don't have to worry about it, and we can just keep firing. And then you'll see here we're doing about 3,500-ish DPS. If I want to, I can innervate here, and then we're getting bloodlust, and let's see if we can push the damage a bit. Yes, and yes, I do have hotkeys for all these. I'm just clicking them for the video. Pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much the rotation. You're just going to fire everything you have that's off cooldown. And then the good thing is that this build scales very well in raid, because other people are going to have extra buffs that are just going to keep us like more. We're going to have more mana from everybody else and more attack power. You'll see here that my crit is kind of just sits at 55% right now because of the buff. I think it's around 46 when we're not actually shooting. Also, as soon as you start running out of mana, you're gonna see some problems. But make sure you have some mana moves to help out. We got mana? Okay, we're out of mana. We kind of dropped a little bit because we didn't manage our mana the best there. But you can definitely, in the bigger raids, I think you're definitely doing over 4K. And also my gear is not the best. I'm still wearing a bunch of leather as well. And definitely you want to prioritize agility, crit, and then haste if you can get any. But I think firing steady shots just makes our damage go. I don't know why it's showing we're going down though to like we went down to almost 3,000 and now we're just like going back up. I definitely try to lock and load the explosive shot next time and see if it increases the damage a little bit more. But by the time we're out of mana, my innervate's gonna be back on up, so I'm pretty much I'm never gonna run out of mana right now because of the 2 skills I have. Alright, so let's fire some explosive shots this time instead. Innervate. Didn't really add as much mana as I thought it was gonna add, but lock and load. Now it looks like we're sitting around 3.2 right now with no other buffs but our own, so that's not too bad actually. Also, I have a few bad skills I need to reroll away that. Alright, let's just alright, let's stop attacking. So if you can maintain your mana, then you can see like my mana is only not even 4,000 because I'm just wearing a bunch of leather that was good for crit and hit. But I would definitely want to change out that gear. Even the goggles don't really come with any agility or int on them. Those are still pretty good. That's it for this build. Definitely can see it scaling very well. Like I said, like the more people, the bigger the raid, like 25 mans, you're gonna do even more damage. And I hope you guys enjoyed this build video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next one. Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is LaserPenguinGames, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.